This is Mystic Oracle Mary. So in this live, I'm going to be doing all zodiac signs from Aries to Pisces, okay? And also some bonus readings for female zodiac sign leaders, okay? So I'm going to wait a couple of minutes to see about people piling in and getting their notification, okay? So I'm going to play some background music and we'll be starting here very soon, okay? Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to my live. I'm going to be doing all zodiac sign readings on this live, giving you answers about your no contact person, okay? So that way you can say yay or nay if you want to move on, okay? Or what you want to do in the situation, okay? So I'll give you two outcomes too in your reading if you don't want to reach out to them or if you do want to reach out to them, okay? So good morning to all shirts 4221. Good morning. So we'll be doing Aries through Pisces and two bonus readings at the end for male and female zodiac sign leaders, okay? So let's get started. Without further ado, hope you guys are doing well. It's been busy up in here today. Got a lot of stuff going on. But I'm able to do these readings, so that's great. So what's coming up for Aries and their with their no contact person in December? Separation, divine intervention, healing path, fortunate loss, resentment, and mastery of destiny. Clarify all 6 of these cards. In this reading, Aries, there's some kind of expression of the self that you need to learn how to do. Okay, whether it's expressing your feelings towards this person or being true to how you feel and not holding it all in, okay? There's an opportunity for that if you want to take it. So trust yourself and what it is you want to do. Because how this person feels about you, they feel the separateness between you two, but they're still hopeful here that things will work out with you two and that you're going to find your way back to them. What they're not telling you is that they're going through divine intervention, which is healing, in order to have improvements in their life. Okay, Aries? And the actions they're going to take towards you in December is they're going to find their limits with you, whether it be trying to contact you, making that decision. I even feel watching you on social media, Aries. But I feel as though they're going to really be focusing on healing their mind, body, and spirit, and releasing what no longer serves them. And they're going to find those limits. I get trying to watch you, Aries, online. Okay? And I feel like that's more directed to Aries. They're going to be watching you online and seeing what it is they need to heal. So if you're posting something healing online, they're watching you, okay? Female Aries. Now, here's your outcome if you don't want to do crap in the situation, okay, Aries? You're going to be leveling up through this loss because you're going to find out you are not the same person you once were. That you can get through this loss and move forward from it. Okay? There'll be a lot of growth, but this is part of your growth. Now, here's your outcome if you want to reach out. There'll be some hidden resentments that you're going to have a revelation when you reach out to them, because I feel as though you're not going to get what you want here in this situation, Aries. Especially I get Aries females, okay? Sorry, males, Aries. Again, really directed this towards female Aries, okay? And what I get, a message for you, Aries males, you just need to heal. And you know what you need to heal, okay? So, Aries, what you can take away from your reading is become a conscious co-creator of your destiny, okay? And this will solve problems. That means confront your fears, don't hold everything in, start healing that, because this is going to solve a lot of the issues that are going on with inside you, so you see that expansion outside of you, okay? This is the season of healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. So choose one, go with it, trust yourself, Aries, because now it's time to do it, now more than ever, okay? And that's your reading. Now let's move on. To Taurus. All right, so what's coming up for Tauruses with their no contact person in December? Master of Destiny. A problem solved. Healing path. Long road ahead. Power struggle. The Lovers. Clarify all 5 of these cards. Tauruses, in your reading, you're going to have an opportunity of understanding who's for you and who's not for you. So that way it's easy for you to glide on by, because there's going to be people that are going to understand your soul language, okay? They'll understand your GIF of how you do things in life, how you connect and that, and love your quirkiness and everything. Do you get what I'm saying? So, whoever this person is, okay, how they feel about you is that you want to, what they feel about is like they want some kind of common ground with you, okay? That way you can make decisive decisions about them, about this situation. I feel like they're trying to be grounded around you, Tauruses. But what they're not telling you is they already solved the problem here and they're moving on. So that way there's not any kind of obstacles between you two, okay? I feel like they're going to be stuck in the past for a little bit, Tauruses. And I mean by a little bit, like 2 years, okay? They're dealing with some stuff, okay, Tauruses? So the action they're going to take towards you, they're going to try to heal this situation because they're being influenced to heal from this situation, okay, Tauruses? So if you don't want to do anything in the situation, here's your outcome. You're going to be healing, so that way you understand how to put healthy boundaries between you and this situation, or any situation like this. If someone tries to ice you out, not want to talk to you all of a sudden, you get what I mean? Almost to the verge of ghosting, you know what I'm saying? So you don't have a bad outcome, because there's going to be a huge opportunity for this healing, and you're going to have a lot of good luck your way, because you're doing that healing, okay? And setting those boundaries. Now, if you decide to want to reach out to them, you're just going to have a power struggle in the situation with them. Because what you believe, what they believe, how they want to deal with things is totally different from you. And this is what's going to make you have a power struggle with inside you of, do I want to be authentic in the situation, or do I want to accept things as it is? We are different, and maybe it won't work. And that's how I feel like you're going to handle the situation, is that maybe it won't work, but maybe I can work with them. That's the power struggle I feel that you're going to have here between you and the person. And it's going to test you. Oh man, is it going to test your integrity? Okay. That's if you reach out to them. So what can you take away from this reading, Tauruses? Your reading is, well, give yourself that love, because it's going to be it's a gift here in the situation. But it is the choice to embrace it that will give you that power, okay, in the situation. When you choose when you choose love, it will open your heart, unlock a deeper sense of meaning, even in those moments. You're going to understand what's worth it. The love within inside you towards yourself, or a hopeless situation that's going nowhere. And you know it's not going anywhere. This is why you're coming to me. So this is what you can take away from this situation. What kind of love do you want to give here towards yourself or this person? Because they're healing, and I feel as though they're not going to move towards you at all in December. I feel like you guys are different, and there's nothing wrong with it, Tauruses. Just don't waste your time and your energy, because our life is too short. If we're more conscious of it, then we won't be wasting our time in situations that throw us in multiple cycles, you know. Unless that's what you want to learn, you know. Just be conscious if that's what you want to learn, instead of being caught up in a mental prison about it, okay? Big hugs, Tauruses. That's your reading. All right, so what's coming up for Geminis in with their no contact person in December? Communication, consistency, second chance, smooth sailing, karmic ties, facing shadows. Clarify all 5 of these cards. All right, so you're getting messages, Geminis, from your higher self, okay? So that's what's getting channeled in and what you need to know. So you just got to ask yourself, is this situation for your highest good anymore, okay? So the person, how they feel about you, they feel as though that you put your walls up, but you still want to communicate with them. That they feel as though you still watch them on social media, even though you have your walls up, Geminis. What they're not telling you is they're still going forward, but they're going through financial stress, okay? So the actions they're going to take towards you is they're going to try to see about healing this pain that they feel here in the situation with you, Geminis, in order for this to be a second chance here between you two. Yes, Geminis, they want a second chance with you, okay? But they want to be grounded and stable through this pain in order to nurture some kind of success towards you, okay? So if you decide and not wanting to reach out, Geminis, here's your outcome. You'll be able to move forward from this situation without any major obstacles, okay? Which is going to allow you to have better health, better energy, and support for your well-being, okay? Not a bad outcome. Now, if you decide on reaching out to them, you're going to feel lost in the situation where it's going to get you to really understand whether or not you want to replay this situation with your no contact person anymore, Geminis, which is going to get you to really understand what the challenge here is between you two and the purpose. Clarify this karmic ties of what the challenge and the purpose is. The challenge will be of listening to yourself and trusting yourself and what is for the highest good. Again, your higher self is trying to call you to do that. And the purpose is seeing that this situation exhausts you, okay? And that's what was hidden that needs to be brought to light if you contact them, all right? So what can you take away from your reading, Geminis? Facing those fears, okay? This is time to look within to confront what you have been avoiding. The light you seek, Geminis, may be hidden in the darkness you fear, okay? So that hurt, that pain, you need to confront. That fear of moving on from this person, okay? Because now it's time more than ever to trust yourself, Geminis, and that's your reading. Now let's move forward. What's coming up for Cancers with their no contact person in December? Fertile abundance. Recognition. Smooth sailing. Healing, good health. Wish fulfillment. And unfortunate loss. Clarify all 5 of these cards. All right, so there's accountability, Cancers, here in this situation. And that means literally looking at oneself without any ego and without any excuses, okay? How this person feels about you. They feel happy and they're wanting to send some kind of help your way. They feel as though that you want to build something here between them. Okay? What they're not telling you, they see all the hard work you're doing in order to step up in your power, Cancers. And the action they're going to take towards you They're going to move forward from this situation in order to have smooth progress. And they're going to protect themselves in order to keep on moving forward. Okay, Cancers? So I don't feel like they're going to be reaching out the way you want them to, Cancers. So if you decide not doing anything in the situation, you're going to regain being committed to your well-being and collaborating with your spiritual source and seeing whether or not you still want to collaborate with this no contact person. I feel like you're going to look into, with ego set aside, a mutual support with people that see your vision. And you're going to see whether or not this person still does go with that plan. Now, if you reach out, Cancers, you're going to get a wish fulfillment, some kind of apology between you two. Okay? Not a bad outcome. So, what can you take away from your reading, Cancers? Even though there was an unfortunate loss, you have lost something or someone irreplaceable, and the emptiness is unbearable. As you feel the weight of the loss, Cancers, let it refine you, not define you. You will emerge with deeper wisdom and resilience. And that is being more accountable here in the situation of what caused that loss. So that way you can transform it if you want to. Because you have an opportunity of whether or not you still want to collaborate with this no contact person. If you don't do nothing, you'll get the insights you need doing your power of meditation, okay? Which will break through those barriers we have within inside us when we go through some shit, you know, with you and others, or you get what I mean? The conditioning of life and all that stuff. So that's your reading, okay? Really hope it helps. Now let's move on. I'm going to go on to Leo. So what's coming up for Leo with their no contact person in December? Second chance. Wish fulfillment. Apology. Unfortunate loss. Collaboration. Smooth sailing. Verify all 6 of these cards. All right, so Leos, this is a golden opportunity to do something different. So that way you're not caught up in a vicious cycle anymore, okay? With you and your no contact person, all right? So how they feel about you? That even though they're feeling very emotional in this situation with you, they still feel as though you want a second chance. But what they're not telling you is that some kind of a wish fulfillment is being fulfilled with them, and they're getting through the trust that was broken between you two. I feel like they're getting healing. So the actions they're going to take towards you, they're going to try to overcome things between you two and come with an apology towards you, okay? You may be dealing with a Cancer, Leo. Yep, a message that I got in your reading. So if you don't want to do nothing in the situation, you're going to feel that unfortunate loss where you're going to gain deeper wisdom and resilience through the painful memories that keep on replaying with you and this person. So I feel as though you're going to get a healing here and you're going to end out a cycle of this loss because you're going to be dealing with clearing that shit out. Now, if you decide, Leos, to be like, I want to reach out to that no contact person, this is your outcome. There'll be frustration or some kind of stagnicity, which is going to get you to step back what the root cause is, so that way you guys can talk it out without any bullshit, okay? And I feel as though you guys are going to come together, putting your egos aside in order for you guys to work together, okay? It's not a bad outcome because now you guys are really talking about the root cause of the crap, okay? So, Leos, what you can take away from your reading, not all offers come freely. There's some kind of strings attached, and you're going to see whether or not there's strings attached with this no contact person, so that way it helps you move on from any kind of major obstacles and deceptions, because the universe, your source, is supporting you. That's what you can take away from this reading. Trust yourself. This is your golden opportunity to find out, break this cycle of if there's manipulation involved or if you want to give it a go again, okay? And that's your reading. Hey, what's up, Mafia Gorilla? Hello from Kenya. Good morning or good evening or whatever time it is. I hope you're having a good time in Kenya. Glad you can join me on my live. All right. So what's coming up for Virgos with their no contact person in December? Leveling up. Resentment. Revelation. Anxiety. Reconciliation. Generational healing. Clarify all 6 of these cards. All right, so Virgos, how your person feels about you, they feel as though that you're not who you used to be, and they feel this new opportunity to want to start something new with you, Virgos. What they're not telling you, what they're holding is some kind of resentment here between you two and working with others, okay? Past traumas that are spilling out in their situation with them and others. Something that you need to know. And I feel as though it has nothing to do with you, Virgos. They're just projecting their past onto others. So what action are they going to take towards you, Virgos? They're going to be in hermit mode, doing some reflection work, and that's when they're going to have a revelation about you and their situation, and they're going to find the root cause to it. They keep on repeating crap from the past that they need a break. Okay, Virgos? And that's that vicious cycle. They're going to come to have a revelation about that they keep on doing with you and others. I feel like this person goes silent, and then thinks that they can come right back around and be like, yippee, you know? Now, Virgos, I understand, and if they present it like this and told you ahead in advance that I'm the type of person that picks us where we left off, even if we hadn't talked in a month, are you okay with that? Then you guys have that understanding. But if they can't even communicate like that, Virgos, then yes, they have issues with communication and being consistent. You know what I'm saying? So let's move forward. If you don't want to do nothing in the situation, here's your outcome, Virgos. You're going to deal with the anxieties that you have here situation, where you try to overcome it by doing something that will give you more mindfulness and balance, like meditation, in order to be calm in this situation in order to move forward. So you'll be facing any anxieties, okay, about this person. All right, so if you end up reaching out, here's your outcome, Virgos. There's going to be a possible reconciliation with this person. And I say possible because you're going to make sure that there's no manipulation and no hidden strings attached, okay? Because you don't want no bullcrap, Virgos. So yes, a possibility of reconciliation, and it's only because you're seeing whether or not there's manipulation. So I'm not going to string you along, Virgos, and saying, oh yeah, there's a reconciliation, and then there's not, because you have a unique situation with your no contact person. That's what I feel, that some of you Virgos are going to deal with somebody who's not manipulative, and some of you Virgos are going to understand what kind of manipulation they bring through your conversation with them, okay? So trust yourself. Don't be hasty about it. Sit back and do your meditation, and then you'll know. So what you can take away from your reading: break cycles passed down in this situation or through your family, okay? Break any cycles and set healthy boundaries and be curious about life, okay? That's what you can take away from this reading. So that way you learn that you don't have to have a vicious cycle go on over and over again. And if you don't want to be hasty in this situation, no one's asking you to, okay? So trust yourself. That's your reading. One second. Gotta check something. Cool beans. I ordered something. I got to make sure it's going to be delivered in time. Okay. So what is coming up for Libras with their no contact person in December? Miraculous luck. Blessing in disguise. Unspoken words. Setback. Major shift. Giving birth. Clarify all 6 of these cards. Excuse me. There'll be a problem solved here, Libras, if you want it. How this person feels about you is, well, they feel as though you're closing out a cycle and you're getting good luck coming your way. Yippee! What they're not telling you, they feel this loss, okay? And so they're trying to re-elevate their situation through this loss, okay? So the actions they're going to take towards you is, well, they're not really going to speak up what they truly feel towards you in December, because they feel as though that you're not going to understand them anyway, okay? So if you don't want to take no action, do nothing in the situation, Libras, towards your no contact person, there'll be a setback here because you're going to learn how to co-create your own destiny. So you're going to be learning how to do things different so that way this situation doesn't cause another setback in your life, okay? Now, if you decide to reach out, there's going to be a transformation between you two where you guys both find common ground. So it's not a bad outcome if you want to reach out to them. What you can take away from this reading is that you're going to be going through a rebirth of your own belief system and what is possible. That way it goes beyond your logic, okay? So expect kind of rebirth and transformation from this situation. And this is what's going to solve the issue that's going on between you and your no contact person, okay, Libras? Yippee! So that's your reading. Right into the point, Libras. So what's coming up for Scorpios with their no contact person in December? Consistency, divine intervention, financial stress, karmic ties, long road ahead, good weather, nice. Clarify all 5 of these cards. All right, so guess what, Scorpios? You have a huge opportunity, a golden opportunity to do something new here in the situation. So trust yourself and what that is. How they feel about you? Well, they feel as though you're moving on. And you're living your truth, Scorpios. Yes, kings and queens, you're living your truth. Feel like I'm talking to that kind of person. Some kind of influencer in some kind of way. What they keep like hidden, they're not telling you, is that they're going through healing in order to step in their power here in the situation. So the actions they're going to take towards you, they're going to protect themselves because they're going through financial stress. Okay, Scorpios. I hope that's not a big woohoo for you. You little vengeful little horns going up. Okay, Scorpios, you goofballs. Hopefully that made you snicker just a little bit. All right, so if you do nothing here in this situation, you're going to be looking into what was heavy and what was tense here in this situation in order to resolve things within inside you, in order to see what the challenge was and the purpose of you, what you needed to learn from the situation, okay? Now, if you decide to want to reaching out to them, Scorpios, here's your outcome. You're going to set healthy boundaries. You're going to be accountable for what you did without any excuses, without any ego. I see you setting healthy boundaries with them, especially if you want to feel like you're going to want to have them in your life if you reach out. All right, Scorpios, what you can take away from your reading? This is a new opportunity for you to move forward with your plans confidently. The conditions are ripe and the timing is good for your venture. So if they're part of your plan, Scorpios, then you know what you need to do. If they're not Scorpios, then you know what you need to do. Move the hell on, okay? That's your reading, Scorpios. Hopefully that was spicy a little bit. Gotta put in that smoked paprika. Go tee. I like smoked paprika in my food. It's so tasty versus just regular paprika. It makes the difference. So try it out. Little bit spicy. Not that much, actually. Not even close. It's just the flavor. So yummy. All right. So what's coming up for Sagittarius with their no contact person in December? Karmic ties, argument, long road ahead, accountability, good weather, vicious cycle. All right, clarify all 5 of these cards. All right, so there's healing here in the situation because it's that time, Sagittarius is. How they feel about you? They feel like they're replaying events about you in order to find some kind of resolution. They're going through a transformation, Sagittarius is, and you need to know that. What they're not telling you is that through this transformation, they're trying to find some kind of common ground, some kind of harmony in not playing those arguments and conflicts. Feel as though through this transformation, they're going to be more mindful of their words and their actions towards you. So the actions they're going to take towards you, they feel like there's a blessing that's coming in disguise where they're going to try to see whether or not of coming towards you and setting some healthy boundaries. It's going to be a decision they're going to make along the way, coming back around towards you. So if you decide in doing nothing in the situation, Sagittarius, this is your outcome. You're going to elevate yourself out of this situation by doing some reflection work of being honest with yourself without any excuses, even if it might feel comfortable, in order to find your truth, in order to set yourself free from this situation. Okay? Now, if you decide on wanting to reach out to them, you guys will be able to talk, but you won't get down to the nitty-gritty of what you really want to talk, like feelings and stuff. There still will be blockages in regards to not being deep with each other. You know what I'm saying, Sagittarius is? But it'll be an opportunity in order to move forward with your plans of whether or not you still want to be in contact with them. But this is getting you to understand whether or not you, after this initial contact, of whether you want to keep on talking with them. Okay? So, what can you take away from your reading, Sagittarius, is you are caught up in a pattern that repeats itself, holding you in a place of frustration or stagnation. So step back, identify the root cause, and make a conscious choice to break free. And you'll just know, because you've been feeling it, you're like, yeah, in repeat mode. So this is your healing of, do you want to keep on repeating it or not? Choose wisely, okay, Sagittarius, and that's your reading. Now let's move forward. All right, so what's coming up for Capricorns with their no contact person in December? Higher self, misunderstanding, overcoming, vicious cycle, long road ahead, blessing in disguise. Clarify all 5 of these cards. All right, Capricorns. There's an opportunity to break a cycle here. So you need to trust yourself of what that cycle is. Because how this person feels about you, your no contact person, is that they feel happy that you're trying to trust yourself moving forward. What they're not telling you is that they're cutting out people, situations, and those misunderstandings, especially between you two. They're coming towards you with making an effort to overcome obstacles with you and leaving that doubt and fear behind. So yeah, I feel they're going to make some kind of contact with you, Capricorns. If you want to do nothing in the situation, Capricorns, you're going to get to the root cause of there was someone here in this situation that didn't express themselves and how they felt, authentically felt in the situation between you two. It could have been you or them or both, okay? Now, if you decide on wanting to reach out to them, Capricorns, you'll be putting down healthy boundaries so that way there's no more betrayal of trust between you two, okay? And you're going to see the real truth of what happened in the situation when you reach out to them, okay? So, Capricorns, what can you take away from your reading? What feels like a loss or a failure is actually a blessing in the grander scheme of things. Though the meaning of this moment may not be unclear, its purpose will ultimately be revealed in time. And I feel as though you're going to understand that there's a second chance that's going to be coming your way. Even though there is an ending between you two. It's going to come back around to you, Capricorns. So heads up, right? That's your reading. All right, so what's coming up for Aquariuses and with their no contact person in December? New perspective, limitless, cutting ties, feeling lost, reconciliation, recognition. Clarify all 6 cards. So whatever is going on in this situation, Aquariuses, you're going to be able to overcome, okay? How your no contact person feels about you, they feel as though they're getting a new perspective of not replaying this lesson with you again. So their resolution is they're going to cut all ties with you, okay? What they're not telling you is, well, they have been venturing out and living life and doing new things because they broke through barriers that you didn't know about and now you do. Especially if this person was a homebody. So what actions are they going to take towards you? They're going to be balanced and they're going to cut ties with you. Okay? Because they got that clarity to do that. So if you don't want to do nothing in this situation, Aquariuses, towards your no contact person, you're going to feel lost, but you're going to be facing your anxiety about it, okay? Where you're going to gain new discoveries and deeper wisdom about overcoming those anxieties about your no contact person, okay? Now, if you decide to reach out, it's going to be calm between you two, where you guys are going to be progressing through some issues. And there is a reconciliation out of this. So there's going to be that you guys meeting again if you want that. Not a bad outcome if you reach out, okay, Aquariuses? Here is what you need to take away from your reading. The world is taking notice of what you're bringing to the table, Aquariuses. Whether it comes from a form of an award, accolades, or praise, let this be a reminder that you are capable of great things. And that's what you can take away from this reading, because this was the revelation you needed to have. Okay? So you're overcoming things. All right? Even this situation, whether or not you want to reach out to this person. So Aquariuses, recognize all the hard work you do and trust yourself with whether or not you want to move past this, okay? And that's your reading. All right, so what's coming up for Pisces with their no contact person in December? Celebration. Vicious cycle. Self-expression. Misunderstanding. Community. Giving birth. Clarify all 6 of these cards. All right, so if you're experiencing any kind of setbacks, Pisces, in your no contact person situation thing, it's because things need to be done in a different way. So that way you see and feel results, so that way you keep on moving forward and not feeling stuck, okay? How your no contact situation, how they feel about you, well, they're feeling happy that their cycle's being broken. What they're not telling you is that feel like it's a blessing in disguise here. That you guys are apart because they're getting to the root cause of what's going on between you two. That's what they're not telling you. All right. So the actions they're going to take towards you is a message of expressing themselves towards you. Okay. I get in mid-December, all right? So around this time. So if you do nothing in the situation, Pisces, your outcome. You're going to be putting a wall up to this new opportunity by blocking them. Okay? Now, if you decide to actually reach out to them, Pisces, this is your outcome. You're going to be letting them know that you're consistently moving forward through any kind of misunderstanding, that you're creating a life where you want to connect with people that mesh well with you, Pisces. Okay? What you can take away from your reading, Pisces, is that you're going through a rebirth here of magic of belief. Your belief system is changing and evolving, where you're moving beyond that logic, okay? And you're honoring more of your responsibility, and a new beginning. Yeah, you're going to be going through a transformation. And that's what you can take away from this reading, okay? That's your reading, Pisces. Hi there to Chandru. Glad you can join me. Said, oh, Mary, oh, my Mary. How are you? Wonderful if you are alive, my guardian and my guru. Please pray for me. I know you are doing a collective. Thank you. Hold on, Chandru. I'm going to pull one card for you. Maybe one card for Chandru. What message will help him on his journey? All right, here's your message. You are entangled in a karmic dance, replaying lessons that demand resolution. So look deep. This connection holds both challenge and purpose. And what is the challenge and purpose? One card each. The challenge is listening to yourself and your higher self that watches over you. When doubt clouds your vision, Chandru, turn inward and ask, what insight does my higher self have to offer? That's your challenge in the situations of not replaying lessons. And here is your purpose. This purpose is to cause a rebirth within inside you, whether through your art, transformation, or life itself. You are giving form to the unseen within inside you. So honor the responsibility and let this new beginning take its first breath. So this is why it's all happening, because you have a higher plan that's being activated now. Yippee for Chandru. Very awesome. Yep. I'm going with my higher self. And that's why I needed to give you that message. Because now it's time to break that karmic dance. You know what I'm saying? Big hugs. That's your soul channeling the divine. Your spirit that connects with spirit, or your spiritual source. So always listen to it. And it's hard because I am just as guilty as any other human being for ignoring it, because we're not, in our societies, we're bred to just wake up, do a routine, go to work, and not have any time to pause and breathe out. You know what I'm saying? So this is why we should not feel guilty about sitting back and allowing ourselves to invest in ourselves in the morning, afternoon, or at night in order to do our meditation or time to relax, to listen. You know what I'm saying? So big hugs, Chandru. I really hope it helps you on your journey with that messages. Oh, and follow me on the X platform, because I'm going to be moving from YouTube to the X platform. That link is down in the description box. I'll be doing all new lives there next year in 2026, okay? So that way I can still connect with you, not only you, Chandru, but all my other subscribers on YouTube. Okay? So now let's move on to female zodiac sign leaders. Oh, you welcome, Chandru. It's always good to see you up in here as well. So what's coming up for female zodiac sign leaders with their no contact person. Spiritual path. Oh, I love you too. I hope you and your family are doing well too. Exhaustion. Leveling up. Woohoo! Helping hand. Collaboration. Oh, big hugs, Chandru. And a second chance. Clarify. All 6 of these cards. All right, female zodiac sign leaders. There is going to be fear overcome here in the situation. And that means like the fear of change. You get what I mean? Between you and this person. I feel like you're not fearing it, but they're fearing it. Okay? To be crystal clear. All right, so how your no contact person feels about you, female zodiac sign leaders, is that they feel as though you're putting more time and energy in what you do in order to nurture yourself, especially your spiritual source and stuff, and that you're using your discernment here in the situation. Hold on. What they're not telling you is that they feel very exhausted here in this situation. But the fog of uncertainty has lifted with them. They're just learning how to rebalance and listening to their body so that way they understand their limits. So they're not feeling exhausted. So that's what they're focused on, is learning how to rest and rejuvenate to solve that mental fog. The actions they're going to take towards you, wherever you're going, they're going to follow. They're not going to be what they used to be. Okay, female zodiac sign leaders, they've leveled up. And that you'll know if they've changed because they'll reach out. Okay, they'll reach out, they'll communicate with you. And it won't be any bullshit. Okay? Now, if you decide on not doing anything in the situation, you're going to get help from your spiritual source and getting a new perspective here. You're going to get an upgrade and a new perspective here in this situation, okay? Between you and your no contact person. Now, if you decide to reach out, there'll be a transformation between you and your no contact person, female zodiac sign leaders, and it will be something rare, but there won't be egos between you two, and you'll be able to collaborate with each other, okay? So what can you take away from your reading? There'll be a second chance, okay? We're not only with finding your way. So it'll be a second chance of them finding their way back to you, and also a second chance of you being accountable and looking honestly at yourself in this situation where you're able to set yourself free from any limitations in this situation. I feel as though you're going to be going through a upgrade while they're coming back around to you. So you can be decisive of whether or not you want them in your life. Okay? And that's what you can take away from your reading, female zodiac sign leaders. If you just joined my live and you're like, what is this all about? I did all the zodiac signs from Aries to Pisces. If you want to rewind it while this live is still going on, you can. Next reading I'm going to be doing is the male zodiac sign leaders. So what's coming up for male zodiac sign leaders with their no contact person in December? New perspective, exhaustion, problem solved, leveling up, relocation, second chance. Clarify all 6 of these cards. This situation is where you're facing your fears. Okay? Male zodiac sign leaders. How they feel about you? They have a new perspective here and they're elevating the situation between you two. What they're not telling you is that they're tired and they're going to be focusing on themselves to rest and rejuvenate and go along with their plans moving forward. The actions they're going to take towards you, male zodiac sign leaders, they're not going to speak to you because the fog of uncertainty has lifted. Okay? They know clearly to move forward in their situation with their plans. They're not going to speak nothing, to be crystal clear. No communication towards you. Okay? So, if you do nothing in this situation, you're going to be leveling up. Because you're going to get ready for something new that's going to be coming your way. Especially if you're an influencer that I'm talking to. More influence is going to come your way and you'll be ready because you leveled yourself up. You don't do anything in this situation. Now, if you decide to reach out, it's going to make you decide of whether or not you want to move into their location in some kind of way. Well, you're not going to wait for a sign. You're going to consciously create and want to build up the means to relocate in their area. I even get have a life with them. Hopefully that made you laugh. What can you take away from your reading, male zodiac sign leaders? Message from the spirit realm. There is a second chance. An opportunity you thought was lost is finding its way back to you. Second chances are rare gifts, so accept this one with gratitude. But ensure you to step forward differently than before. So if you're like, but Mary, I'm not ready, I'm not talking to you, this is not your reading. I'm talking to a male zodiac sign leaders that are ready, balanced, decisive. If you're still fearing, this is not your reading. To be crystal clear. And you know what you need to heal, so don't be coming to someone else's reading trying to claim it if all you're doing is holding on to those fears and making yourself constipated. Because that's what it does. Makes you have indigestion, upset stomach, and constipation. All right, so that's your reading, male zodiac sign leaders. Really hope it helps. Now, that is the end of all zodiac signs. So a quick update. Next year, I'm going to be moving on to the X platform. I'm still going to have my channel up, so that way, if you need to do any meditations, look into other timeless oracle readings, you can. But I'm going to be doing live readings and daily meditations on the X platform. Please join me. That link is down in the description box. It's all free still. And once I master certain things on there, then you can be able to subscribe for a monthly bonus stuff on there. So here's your chance to get that heads up to go on over there. And it's not bad. I post more on there than I am able to do on here. If you want to know the reason why I'm leaving, I did a video on that. It is in my video tab on my channel. So go check that out. I'm sure you'll agree why a lot of people are going to be leaving out on YouTube here very soon because, well, nothing really comes good on a platform if that platform is screwing over the creators. You know what I'm saying? So I'll leave it at that. I'll be doing a live meditation on my channel tomorrow. If you are interested, subscribe. You'll get that notification. But until then, please enjoy your journey, and I'll see you next time, okay? Bye for now.